Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 1st to the 15th, 2020 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. Now before I dive into this reading, I want to say that this reading is coming from a place of love, light, and positivity. During these uncertain and scary times, this reading is meant to build us up instead of bringing us down, because Lord knows that there is enough out there to make us feel scared, insignificant, small, and just terrified. So this is to change that narrative and to have us moving forward in strength and in love and in purpose and pride. All right, so now let's dive in. I'm going to be starting with your spirit guide animal cards. These are also your totem animals for this time. So if you see these animals in the wild or you see an image of them, this is really your angels and your spirit guides tapping you on the shoulder, Taurus, saying, remember this message. Angel and spirit guide message for Taurus, May 1st to the 15th, 2020. Angel and spirit guide message for Taurus, May 1st to the 15th, 2020. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. All right. Oh, we have the bee spirit. I love that. It says sweet results await, which is absolutely beautiful. And you have the dove spirit, which says be peace. So sweet results await as you embrace peace and harmony of self, and as you let peace be your guidance. Angel and spirit guide message for Taurus. And these are your chakra cards, May 1st to the 15th, 2020. Angel and spirit guide message for Taurus, May 1st to the 15th, 2020. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. So we have determination, most definitely, and we have inspiration. So you have your solar plexus chakra and your sacral chakra shining bright. Oh, goodness. All right, and now for your tarot. Angel and spirit guide message for Taurus, May 1st to the 15th, 2020. Angel and spirit guide message for Taurus, May 1st to the 15th, 2020. Angel and spirit guide message for Taurus, May 1st to the 15th, 2020. Yes, I know. I like all my cards to be facing upright. It's just something I thoroughly enjoy when reading. So let's see now. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. At the heart of everything, you have the Two of Pentacles. You're crowned by the Seven of Wands. Oh, goodness. You have the Chariot and the Lovers. So a Cancer energy and a Gemini energy shining through. You have the Eight of Swords at your roots. Five of Cups. Page of Pentacles. This is you shining through as a page. Then we have the Moon card. Pisces energy, 10 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. Huh. Okay, some of you Taurians, you've had enough of quarantine. You've had enough of fear or anger within life, within self, and that's coming through loud and clear. There's a sense of moving towards your heart's desire and just saying enough of this. Absolutely positively. I don't know. I think I'm saying that word wrong. But you are moving forward. And it's like you have the Eight of Swords here. It's feeling trapped, overwhelmed, scared, looking at things in a different light. And then you have the Four of Wands, which is like they all live happily ever after. It's power, it's beauty, it's understanding. So you're juggling two things. And it can be, fear and determination are the two things that you're juggling during this time, or there is this sense of the spiritual and the practical self needing to come together. But there is something that you are breaking free from, Taurus, and it's like, thank goodness, because you're stepping into a whole new world. Yeah, I'm just seeing, oh, it's so silly, but I'm seeing in Aladdin, the whole new world where, Jasmine and Aladdin are on the carpet flying high in the sky, and that's what you're doing. It's like you're on your magic carpet. You are embracing a new truth, a new sense of self, and you're going for it. It's a whole new world. And that is something here that it actually brings a huge smile to my face. It's like, it's about time is what it really feels like. It's about, darn time. And then we have the bee spirit. So we'll start with your chakra, not your chakra, your spirit guide animals, the bee and the dove spirit, which I love. I love that both of these have wings, because I definitely see this as a time where you're embracing your wings, where you're like, I am flying high and this is what I need. And so sweet results await, which is good because you've tasted bitterness and you've seen bitterness before in your life. And yeah, definitely here with the 10 of Wands, with what you're building, what you are constructing within your existence. The 7 of Wands, it's like you've had to stand your ground and be fierce and be bold. And there's a sense now of relooking at things and moving forward. You're changing your mind. You're changing your whole entire life. It's kind of like, I don't need to fight anymore. There's love and there's beauty coming in. And this love and this beauty is meant for me. So it doesn't mean, you roll over and play dead. That's just not in the Taurian spirit. But it does mean that you embrace your passion, your power, your understanding. And the sweet results await. You're entering into, and you might not be entering into paradise, because that's a tall order and so much has been going on. But it can very well be that you are entering into a new phase of your existence where you're walking closer to your paradise, your happiness, your joy, your prosperity than you ever have before in your life. And I really do see that as being part of the truth here. And then with the dove spirit, be peace. It's so easy, and it really is. It's so easy to lower our energy vibration, to be chaos, to be anger, to be fear, to just explode like a volcano. It's easy to do that. It's hard to live in peace, to move us forward in grace of understanding and grace of heart. And that's what I see here. This will bring you to majesty. This will bring you to a way of being that you hadn't expected or hadn't thought could be yours, but it is. Determination, my goodness. I mean, here with the solar plexus chakra, follow your gut. Okay, you're going to have gut reactions on things. Listen to it. Okay, listen to your gut. But also at times you feel like you're swimming upstream. It's because you are. Your determination leads you forward. But there will be a time where you stop feeling as if you're swimming upstream, where you stop feeling as if it is all so hard. And that's going to be a beautiful time, because your determination, it leads you. It guides you. And at times, the Spirit is saying, no one can out-stubborn you during this time. So just be mindful of that, because you can get kind of like your heels sunk in and be like, oh no, this is it. So just know that your stubbornness shines through, which is going to be very good at achieving goals and moving yourself forward. But there can be things where you kind of like, you're so used to that, where you kind of, dig in your heels, dig in your stubbornness. And it's saying here, know which battles to pick. And that comes from being peace. That does come from being peace. And then we have inspiration. We have your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is really important because that's where a lot of negativity from this life and past lives are held. So within our sacral chakra, which is inspiration and freedom and sexual energy and beauty that leads us forward and a commitment within relationships and the relationship that we have within ourselves, you are going to see that you are inspired. You are inspired to release a lot of negativity. And again, from this life, from past lives, it can also be inherited through your DNA. It can be from your family, because that's inherited through your DNA. And you are looking at things anew. You're seeing things in a new way, with a new power, with a new grace, with a new purpose. And you're going to find that weights that were upon your shoulders are lifted. And there's a freedom that comes with that. And there's a freedom of inspiration. This is also saying to embark in something creative. It doesn't have to be terribly creative. And you might sit there and say, oh, Dane, I don't have a creative bone in my body. Then it's saying, you know what? It's time to open up the conversation with your angels. It is. It's either talking to them out loud, which is what I like to do, or having a notebook. Your angels, your spirit guides, pick one. And have a notebook, and if you like to write things out, write out your conversation with them. Questions, answers. Diving deep within to your psyche, your subconscious, yourself. and seeing what they have to say. Because it's a very profound and very beautiful process. And that is going to lead you towards inspiration, towards the beauty of your voice and the power of your truth. Now, there's a lot that you are balancing. And it's so interesting because I've been thinking a lot of the shadow self that Jung tells us about. And he says that within human beings, we have to understand our darkness. Understand the stuff that we really wouldn't like to see about ourselves. It's like, oh no, I'm perfect. I'm always happy. I'm always kind. I've always done the right thing. And to say, malarkey, that's just not true. And the more we strive to only live in perfection, the deeper a resentment and a darkness grows within us. And so what I'm really seeing here is I'm seeing a purging of the negativity and an embrace of grace, which for you, Taurus, is gorgeous. It is just gorgeous because you're freeing yourself from mental constraints, okay, from ways that you have looked at things and said, oh no, I couldn't possibly be like this, or oh no, it couldn't possibly go this way, or you know what, they said I couldn't, and they were right. Whoever they are in your life, it can be an ex-partner, it can be, a former boss, it can be a teacher, parent. You're sitting there, and at the heart is the Two of Pentacles. It's like you are embracing your balance, your understanding, and your truth. You have endless prosperity that guides you forward. There's a strength and a sense of something so much more beautiful waiting for you as you have things come into alignment. But it's facing both the dark and the light. It's understanding that if we only had sunlight all the time, we'd become overwhelmed by it. You need the change in the seasons. You need a change in the soul. And what I see this also as is, spring and summer, fall and winter. It's having that change of seasons. And it's knowing that the change of seasons come within ourselves. And as you embrace this, as you are finding your balance, as you are looking at your spiritual self and your practical self, as you're looking at your, confident self and your wounded sparrow self, as you're looking at all these different aspects that make up you have weights that you've been carrying. Look here, he's carrying the wands on his back. And he's also carrying stones. So he's carrying earth and he's carrying fire. Okay, passion and creativity, practicality, which can also be what you're juggling here. How do you have the two be married? And you have that marriage card. You have that coming together. You have that happily ever after card. And what I'm seeing here is there's a need to put down the rocks that you carry. Now it might be, oh my gosh, if I put these down, he could be building a house. I'm finding these good rocks. If I put them down now, how am I going to be able to build a house that is supportive and steady and stable? The wands that you carry, the wands of inspiration, the fire of inspiration. I also view these as trees, that we plant within the ground, and they take root, and they grow, and they purify our air, and they move us forward. So as you are embracing this inspiration, as you are embracing this power, right, you have to know what to carry and what to let go. Because, and this is such a Taurian thing. I mean, I have a lot of Taurus in my life. And it's like, you will try to do it all. You will. My moon is in Taurus. I know, guys. We will try to do it all. It's like, don't worry, I'm just going to add it on. It's going to be great. And I just can keep on moving forward. I can help everybody and I can still do my thing. And there comes a point where you'll reach a point of resentment, which is when Spirit is telling you and your angels are telling you, step back. Step back. It's not fun anymore. It's not happy anymore. So step back. Right? But you'll keep going, Taurus, because that's what you do, because you can handle it all, right? It's like, no. No, carry your burdens and your burdens alone. Which sounds mean. It sounds mean. One of my teachers in the tarot, she was saying, you can't pull people out of their darkness. You can't learn their lessons for them or even teach them their lessons. You can point things out, right? But you can't pull somebody out of the darkness as much as you want to. You could be like, here are the tools. Here's what you need. And I'll be here for you if you need assistance. But what the Ten of Wands shows me, And it shows me here that you're balancing with this. You're juggling it. You're finding the rhythm of it. It's like you have to figure, whomever it is, has to figure out their path. And you have to focus on yours. Because if you keep on carrying everything, it becomes a punishment. Atlas, and why we have books of the Atlas and everything like that, is Atlas was punished by carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders for eternity. It will become a punishment. You will feel overwhelmed. And now it's time to lighten your load. It's time to put down the rocks. It's time to even put down the wands. Put down your passion, plant them. See how they connect with the earth. See how they connect with what you desire to grow. How your inspiration, your dreams connect with your reality. How do you move it forward? And how do you get dreams to become part of your waking world? You're completing a cycle. When it comes to your passion, your instincts, your intuition, you are completing a cycle. And then you have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is saying, stand your ground, yes. But don't fight battles that won't be won. Choose your battles wisely. Yeah, choose your battles wisely. It's not rolling over and playing dead. It's like, know when to stand up for what you want, and know when to say, this doesn't matter to me, and I don't care. Which sounds harsh, but sometimes you have to say that, because you have people down here who are more than willing to try and knock you off. Knock you off your pedestal, knock you off your sense of security, knock you off your truth, knock you off your game, everything like that. And Taurus, you've had enough. It's like, no, this is where I stand, and this is what I am. And as you do so, as you stand your ground, you know your truth. You have the Moon card. There's fears that come. Will I ever be able to move forward the way that I need to? What is going on here? What is it that I desire? Where is it that I want to be? And the Moon makes us face fears. The Moon says, once you face your fears, because it's the Pisces energy, and that's the time frame February 19th to March 20th. And one of the themes with Pisces is that if you can face your fears, if you can overcome the fears that cripple you, that hold you back, and they're crippling fears, you can achieve the world. And that's what I'm seeing here for you, Taurus. If you can overcome fears. And you might be having a bit of a battle right now with a Taurian energy, not a Taurian, with a Pisces energy, Taurus. It can be with another Taurian energy too. And there's something fear-based involved in this, okay? You move forward. You're going to see that you move forward. And you're going to see that the shadows aren't scary. And the shadows have to be faced. It's the shadow self that has to be faced. It's the darkness. It's the, things that we don't want other people to know about us. It's, it's our truth. And we cannot hide our truth from ourselves. And for our own kind of comfort of mind. Because they have their way of just appearing in the most unlikely places. And then I like how you go from your 7 at your crown to 8 at your roots. I like that progression here. And you have the 8 of Swords. Worries, doubts, fears, feeling trapped. Thinking, oh my gosh, I can't move forward. I can't do anything. For some of you Taurians, you can be absolutely paralyzed. You can also be hating being at home right now. There is something like you need to go out. You need to do something. And you might not be able to because of quarantining. So there is this sense here of needing to kind of find something that challenges your mind. That kind of pushes you out of your head and leads you to a coming of truth and understanding that is brilliant, that leads you to a sense of prosperous you. So here, there's this worry, this doubt, this fear, this sense of being overwhelmed, overthinking, overanalyzing, being very serious about things, very serious. And then here, with the 4 of Wands, it's like, okay, it's time to celebrate. Here, you're moving towards your fairy tale, your happily ever after, and you are. And there can be a fear that you're never going to get there. There's like a nihilistic attitude to it all, like, why even bother? Everything's just going to end, fall apart, why even try? And Taurus, you don't want to go down that rabbit hole. You just don't. Because you are born with such potential, such power, such passion, such gifts. Spirit is saying utilize them. There's a happiness here. There's new job opportunities coming. There's a sense that you might even be looking at moving house or looking at things in a new way within your own home, within your own self. And you see yourself moving forward. And you're also going to start to say, a marriage within your soul of your passion, your prosperity, your desire in life. What do I want? Where do I want to be? How do I move towards greatness? And how does greatness become me? And you're moving towards your fairy tale. It doesn't have to be that it's a fairy tale for anybody else. So often we want to be part of somebody else's narrative. We think, okay, Disney had it right and I have to follow that story. No, you don't. You don't. It's time to embrace your world the way that you want it. And if that's a palace, it's a palace. But if it's being able to pay all your bills and being able to laugh and enjoy your life and be surrounded by family and friends, then let that be your happily ever after. And who cares what the rest of the world thinks? Because you're moving here to the Five of Cups. And it's a powerful truth that you have here with the Five of Cups. You're changing your mind. You're changing your whole entire life. You're crowned by 2 cups right here. You're looking at 3 cups spilt. 3 cups spilt. You can't get it back. But you're looking at it and you're sitting there. And it's kind of like crying over spilt milk. You're looking at it and you're like, oh my gosh. What's going on? What's going on here? Why can't I change it? Why can't I move forward? Or why is there always pain and suffering within my existence? And what Spirit and your angels are telling you is you're crowned by the 2 of Cups. You're crowned by love, by healing, by beauty, by the Minor Arcana Lovers card. And once you see that, you walk right into the Major Arcana Lovers card. You walk right into the Lovers. And I love that progression from 5 to 6. You have a lot of progressions here. You have a lot of step forwards. You have a lot of this is my truth, this is my power, this is where I stand. And as you embrace this, you embrace your love. Now, it can be that you change your mind, you change your life, and you start embracing what you truly love, and you find a partner. Like for some of you Taurians, that may very well be the case where you're changing your energy vibration so much and you are moving to a place that's so high and brilliant that you might just stumble across somebody and you fall in love. It can be, that you start talking online or you whatever it is. The door is open. And right now I see you with the doors open for love. And it doesn't have to be romantic love. The romantic love is fun, right? But it can be personal love, personal power. It can be a sense of, wow, this changes the whole entire game. And it can also be, Taurus, that you have a Gemini energy here, right? Time frame May 21st to June 20th. That helps you change things, or that you're changing the way that you see this Gemini person, right? But it can be that you also change the way you see the 2 faces of yourself. And it might be that for a lot of you Taurians, you saw it as a bit of a war, a battlefield. The way you move forward, the way that you embrace your passion, your truth. This battle of good and of evil. And nothing's so black and white. It's looking at the myriad shades of gray. Looking at the depth and complexity of self and soul. And you see yourself then putting down your passions, putting down your desires, and embracing a whole new world. Embracing a sense of love and beauty and a sense of a coming together of self. And as you do so, you see that you're a student. And you're going to see that the student time is very important to you. With the Page of Pentacles, it's like you are looking at things through child's eyes, but in Buddhism, it's through beginner's eyes. And beginner's eyes are not corrupted by already had knowledge. It's kind of like you come to something completely fresh, completely new. And at times, you're going to have to do this to yourself. Taurus, you're going to have to step back and say, okay, this is everything I know, but I'm going to throw it all away just for this moment and look at things and clear my head and see where the truth comes from, what truth I am supposed to be embracing and embarking on. Now, it can be that the way you clear your mind is to exercise. That would be fantastic. Something you could do yoga would be highly beneficial, but something, very kind of all-encompassing that takes away your thought, that has you just focusing on that thing. It can also be that you embrace this beginner's mind. You can, clean, tidy up, things like that. Just things that wouldn't take so much mental power that all of a sudden, you find that your worries are going to one way. You want something rather meditative to come over you. It can simply be meditating. But there's a way that you're going to be looking at things when it comes to prosperity, when it comes to seeds being planted, when it comes to money, when it comes to you, that moves you towards something greater, that moves you in a way that is really quite beautiful. And as you embrace this, you have the Chariot here. Now this is a Cancer energy. This is love. You have love being very strong for you. And it's actually going to be an inspiring force. What you love, who you love, the way that you move forward in love. The Chariot is, you have the 6 and then you have the 7 here. Chariot is number 7 in the major arcana. And this is, Gemini goes into Cancer. So this is June 21st to July 22nd. What you have here is passion leading you forward. You have 2 Pegasus here pulling the Chariot. So what you're going to see here is that you fly to new heights, but that you have this balance again coming in. It's all going to be about balance of darkness and light, good and evil, what you think of. You might even find yourself having really kind of philosophical thoughts at this time, really trying to work things out within yourself, within what you want, with how you are moving forward. And you're going to see that things they just aren't going to be black and white, but you have this passion and this determination of heart during this time where it's like, I need to move forward this way. Because the Chariot, Cancer energy, as wonderful as Cancer energy is, and they come from the heart, and they come from this place of love and of caring, you're going to see that the doors start to open. Because the greatest power for Cancer is their heart. And you're going to see one of the greatest powers for you, Taurus, is your heart. And you move forward in this heart's truth, in this passionate embrace of self. And you find that it is your greatest champion and your greatest kind of like thermometer for truth. Yeah, greatest equalizer. And you're going to see that your heart is fierce. Because charioteers, were the NASCAR racers of the ancient world. They were the tanks. They were the highest level of warfare for a time. And it can be like you're fighting a war. You're fighting a war to let your heart shine and to not have your emotional truth defined to you by others who don't know, don't care, and don't understand. This moves you towards facing fears. It moves you towards shadow self. And it moves you towards a greater understanding of you and the greatest power of you as you put down your burdens, as you embrace your inspiration, and as you start creating the life that you want and that you were born to live. Your subconscious message for this time is the Wheel of Fortune, another 10. So you have the repeat of the number 10, an end of a cycle during this time period. Something is going to end. And the Wheel of Fortune says subconsciously, you feel like you're on this kind of mad merry-go-round that doesn't stop and only speeds up at times. Everything's going round and round and round and round. Everything's changing, and yet there isn't that control. You're also going to have times of tremendously beautiful highs and devastating lows and highs and lows, and it can just be within yourself when you're thinking about things. It doesn't have to be within, life itself in general. But what you're going to see is as life embraces the twists and turns, and as you look at the twists and turns, by the end of this merry-go-round, subconsciously, you're going to have done a 180. You're going to be in a new place, in a place that you feel much more powerful and much more secure within. It can also be a place where you're looking at things and you're saying, okay, I need to kind of get a hold of that. Because sometimes when life does a 180, we go from being in, a beautiful place to being in a kind of place where it's kind of like cleaning house, where you have to make decisions and get rid of things and look at things. But I really do feel like this 180 is a time where you start to embrace a freedom. You start to embrace an understanding of self. And there's a power to you that is stronger and more resilient than you had imagined. Yeah, because you undersell yourself, Taurus. And now it's time to stop. Now, the change comes. Your subconscious chakra message is balance. That's one of the themes for this whole entire reading. Balance. Balance of the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself. Balance of what you truly desire. And where you're supposed to be. Balance is going to lead you forward. Harmony is going to be your key. Peace is going to be your mantra. This is your root chakra. Your roots are important to you. You have a repeat of the number 6 here. And 6 says that you are a very caring and giving person, especially during this time. And that's why the 10 of Wands is at your heart. You don't want to take on everything because you're going to want balance, peace, harmony. And sometimes you're going to have to let others fall. You just are. Not in a mean way, but in a lesson learned type of way. And as the balance comes in, your heart shines forward. And your main thing is going to be to grab. Your main thing is going to be, I can protect this. I can keep this safe. I can move this forward. And you're going to find that you need that balance within yourself. That caring, nurturing aspect. And the sense of, okay, you have to figure it out. That's going to be very, 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 very important for this time. And to do so with loving, caring, kindness. Not with, kind of tough luck. Or, kind of mentality. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the bobcat spirit. Life is a mystery. Life is a mystery. And you are fiercely embracing that mystery. You will not solve it. Nobody ever does. But it is a beautiful place to begin. It's a beautiful way to move forward. To say this is mysterious. And I embrace a mystery. And I stand tall within it. Alright, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. It was a pleasure bringing you this reading. I'm sending healing energy to each and every one of you. I hope you are staying safe, and I love you all. Bye.